Perfect. So now I'm going to introduce our chairman of advisory board of PRISA. PRISA is Policy Research Institute for South Asia. So Umar will not only introduce himself, also Umar as a head of the organization, like the chairman of the advisory board, will also talk about the PRISA mission and what the plans he has, and he will also formally welcome all of you.
Thank you very much, Zishan. I thank all the participants for joining this meeting, accepting our invitation. Um, my name is Umar Farooq. I have served as a civil servant for 23 years in Pakistan. I think I can be called a government auditor. I served as a government auditor there for 23 years, and I have moved recently this year to London. Before before joining the civil service, I studied medicine, and for a couple of years, I practiced medicine in Pakistan, and then decided to join the civil service of Pakistan. Uh, During my service, I got a degree from Purdue University, Granite School of Management. I did my MS in Human Resource Management from there, served in different positions in Pakistan, um, audit department. So this is my introduction. When I was here, Zishan contacted me, and he pitched this idea of think tank. And it thrilled me the moment he pitched the idea. It thrilled me because there was a lot which interested me. First, the first one was that it was going to be a project focusing on my home, on the areas um, which are dear to my heart, which are dear to our hearts, and the areas which inhabit almost 25%, one fourth of the world's population. So this was what captured my imagination in the beginning. And I was excited, I was thrilled that we would not only be looking into the issues confronting the region, South Asia, but we would also be endeavoring to make some suggestions for the policymakers in these countries. And we are hoping that we would be in a position to influence policy making in these countries. So I was very excited. I still am very excited. I'm excited. The first reason I have given you why, what excites me. The second one is that I'm looking forward to uh, an intellectual exercise which would which would take us to areas which would bring to us perspectives which would not otherwise have come before our eyes. Zishan has basically covered all the areas, and there is not, in fact, there is not much left for me to deliberate upon. But the idea that he has given, and we have shared already about the integration of South Asia, that there would be a free flow of goods and services and people and ideas. There have already been so many experiments, so many successful experiments of regional integration. Basically, this is, if one is asked to define what globalization is, so globalization is an unhindered or free flow of people, goods, and ideas. So, in itself, this idea of integration of South Asia, which we will be targeting, in times when there are questions about the ideal of globalization itself. There it is being said that globalization is maybe on the retreat in current times. And there have been arguments, there have been scholarly works done to suggest that globalization is already being replaced by regionalization. So there is a concept that regional integration will be the benchmark of the coming times. Uh, in these times when globalization is being replaced in a sense by regionalization, or regionalism would be on the rise, this seems like the perfect time to pitch an idea, to come forward with a project which focuses on a region involving the SAARC countries plus Afghanistan and Iran. So I'm very much thrilled about the project, and what has pleased me immensely is the interest shown by you people, the way you've responded to Zishan's and our request to participate, become a member of the team, and even contribute intellectually, scholarly. The blogs that we've already received are so remarkable that uh, I it pleased me beyond words to be receiving such input from you people for a project which is just in nascency. It is just being hatched. This project is just in the beginning, and you people are showing excitement about it. There are so many issues that we would be looking at, and which is so exciting. Um I mentioned this when we had this meeting a couple of days ago, the physical meeting in Brunel University, that I was going through Zishan's blog, and he was mentioning the spillover effects, or what are sometimes also referred to as the ripple effects. These effects, there are phenomena which can be explained by a single thread in a region. The spillover effects are so remarkable, and that sometimes we see that two enemies or two countries which are not very fond of each other otherwise, they would not like their neighbor or their adversary to be broken up. Two neighbors would, even if they are not the most friendliest of neighbors, even if they are at daggers drawn with each other, they would not like their neighbor to break up, because it will have spillover effects, it will have ripple effects, it will have political consequences within their own country. So it will not be it will our exercise, our endeavor will not be focusing on individual countries only, which definitely will make a part of our exercise. But what makes it more exciting, all the more exciting, is that we would be looking at the common threads explaining the phenomena. And as Zishan has already pointed out, there are so many issues which would be the issues of life and death for a quarter of the population of the world. They will have such monumental significance, like, for instance, which Zishan has already mentioned, the issue of climate change. Now, in the last 1 week alone, I was watching the news, and over 180 people have died in Pakistan alone because of the rains. And these rains are, over the years, we've seen the intensity and the fallout and the gravity of these climatic events or episodes. They have increased so much. These rains in Pakistan, at least, I've seen that they are more of cloud bursts, which are downpours, and they inundate everything within a matter of minutes. So 180 people dying is not even making the headlines in the world, not even in Pakistan. It's a passing reference, as if this was always expected and this should not be frowned upon. So the next and the most important thing, which yet again Zishan has given a hint about, is that we would love to bring attention of the global community to the issues confronting to South Asia. Uh, Now, this is where the input from your side, from our intellectual and scholarly contributors, this will matter the most, because it is the content which we will have, the analysis which we will have posted on our website, and the events which we will be holding. It is these events and this content which is going to draw the attention of the policymakers or the donors, which matter for the future of this huge region that we would be looking at. So it is a scholarly exercise, yes, but also it will be something which may become consequential. It will have consequences for the fate of a multitude, fate of the future of a huge chunk of population of the world. So I look forward to working with you people. I look forward to uh, getting the scholarly input from all of us, and also look forward to the same excitement which you've shown in the very beginning of this project. I thank you all, and I look forward to the same level of excitement which is evident in the very beginning, in the nascency of this project. I thank you very much, and I wouldn't welcome any questions. If you have any questions, you can ask Zishan about, because he's the scholar and I'm just the advisor. Thank you very much.
Umar, you are also a scholar. That's why, you are heading the team as well. And I have received one question, and if you would answer, I will also add some points with it. So the question I
Mhm.
have received, which is why we needed PRISA specifically.
Um, well, we've already discussed this. Zishan and I have already discussed it, and it was strange that we actually did not have a think tank focusing only on South Asia. And the other reasons that I've already given, that this is a group, this is a project which will be looking at the issues confronting one fourth of the world population. It's a huge region, and the dynamics of this region have consequences for the future of the world, not only for the future of this region, but for the future of the world. This is what I have to say. Zishan, you can add further.
Yeah, means thank you, Umar. It was really good answer. I would add that means one thing is that we didn't find any think tank, especially in UK, which is kind of creating a bridge between South Asian society and the Western society, including UK. One thing, so then we thought that it's good that we can connect South Asians, the biggest diaspora in United Kingdom, so we can also connect them with their home countries. The second thing we realized, and we also surprised, that there was no a proper think tank, which there are some think tanks, but they are like some think tanks are related to the strategic studies, some think tanks are working only in environment. So we couldn't find any think tank which is specifically covering all the areas which are, because you know just yesterday one paper published in Project Syndicate showing that the problems in South Asia means political problem, social problem, economic problem, and even means uh, uh, what we call it security problems. They are linked to each other. So, for example, economic problem is causing political problems, and political problems are causing economic problems. Why environmentally these economies are not working well? Because politically they are not sober, economically they don't have enough resources, and socially means a lot of problems related to means, for example, ethnic minority and their rights these societies are also facing. So all these problems are interconnected. So why we don't have any think tank specifically which is looking at the whole region through all, you can say, the multidisciplinary approach or all the problems like political, social, and economic. So then we thought about, okay, if we create a think tank which will look at all the problems in one picture, in big picture, so it will contribute a lot. And the third thing is that the third motivation was like, all of us are South Asian. So when we were living in UK, so we were also feeling like, means a few days before when we had the event at the Brunel University London, and Umar was there and Huri hosted us. So it was like we were talking about means what we can do for our society. So when we go South Asia, we feel like from London, UK to when we go there, we feel like, okay, that's another planet. So if we can make jokes of it, saying that, okay, that's the weird planet, or we can say that we can make the jokes that, oh, South Asia, it will be the South Asia all the time. Or sometimes we can write some blog saying that, okay, these countries must do this or that. Whenever we visit Pakistan or South Asia, we can say that we can go universities and give speech. But this, we thought that was not enough. So we wanted to contribute specifically. So that's why we used our networking. Networking of everyone is part of it. All we are here, we are doing networking that I appreciate. So these were the main reasons we created, and Umar also added that. Umar, I have received another question. The other question is that, so the people are, one person asked us, what are the plans for, because we are starting like it is the mid of August. So what are the plan for the next 6 months and 1 year? So where you see the PRISA?
Okay, the plan is for all of us, our job responsible. Uh, we have different departments which would be looking at different uh, functions of PRISA, and we would be one aspect that I have already covered is writings and blogs coming from you people and other scholars. And then we will have events like this. The current event we will be hosting, we will be managing, holding different events in which we will have discussions with scholars, public policy leaders, political leaders, academicians. We will be having events which we will post to YouTube, to our website, to other social media outlets. And for our presence on different social media sites like Twitter, like Instagram, that is, we have specific responsibilities assigned to our members, to our board of directors, which would be looking at those specific areas, and they would be responsible for those areas. So it would be different activities than we have in Pakistan. Specifically, we will be interested in our projection in the electronic and print media as well, and activities at university campuses and other areas which will be audible to the policymakers in these countries. We are going to be holding events in those countries, and all of you will be informed of those events. I'm sure all of you will be part of those events remotely, or if it is in a close vicinity to where you people are living, you would be requested to physically join those. You would be urged to physically join those events there, and so we will have a whole bunch of activities. There would be a number of activities across the spectrum which you would be seeing from our platform. Uh, about deadlines, Zishan, can you enlighten us about the specific timeline of, if you have anything in mind, would you please enlighten us about the specific timelines of these events?
Um, Not yet we have decided. So the plan is that uh, in October or November, because we have not yet set the time. But the plan is that in October or November we will have a formal launch of PRISA in London, and that event means we will create the event related to the policymakers in UK, and we will also try to bring some policymakers from different South Asian countries, and then we will present not only the case of the South Asian diaspora in UK, but also we will talk about how means donors in United Kingdom, policymakers in United Kingdom, or the people, the intellectuals in the United Kingdoms, and the South Asians intellectual and policymakers, how they can contribute for the welfare of the South Asia. So we will, that would be our big event, and we are planning for it. And for different countries, based on the permission from the authorities, we are also planning to have in different countries events where we will formally launch that. So these are, we are more focused on the events and all these things, and also the in London, what we are going to do that, and Huri is the head of that team, is means we are creating the community, South Asian community, and we are going to create a proper, the social networking of South Asians in London, in UK. So that's also the further plan. So we hope that after 1 year, PRISA will be well known in South Asia and under your supervision. Okay. And the further plan we will keep updating, but once a month, definitely we will have one event, and per week we will have events of different categories. And on our website, you will also have all the information related to the events and everything. And the other question I have received, and what the audience, so we are 12 people now, what the audience can contribute, what the team can contribute, what the members, so we all are 12 people, we are committed for the PRISA, and some can't join. So actually we are around 20 and 25 people we are contributing for the cause of PRISA. What do you suggest, what they can contribute, how they can contribute, what they can do?
I think above all, what you can do is coming up with innovative ideas. How do you, because you know our mission statement, you know what we are all about, you know it better than anybody else. So we want to integrate South Asia. We want the global community to take notice of the issues and do something about it. We want the global community to raise funds and allocate funds for the issues confronting South Asia. We want South Asian governments to listen to sane advice. So our our mission is pretty much clear to you people. Now, what you can do is come up with innovative ideas. Like the last time we met in Brunel University, Huri and Fatima, and they had wonderful ideas, innovative ideas, how the local community, the diaspora in London, how it can be brought together on the platform of PRISA, and how events can be held. So we had a number of wonderful ideas. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
Umar.
yeah, this is what Huri has just posted. So first thing is that come up with ideas, tell us, advise the advisor how it can be done better, how we can achieve our targets better. And secondly, what I've already mentioned and Zishan has already talked about, your blogs, your writings. This is what will make all the difference. The health of PRISA will depend on the intellectual content coming from the contributors. That would be the most important thing. So these are the two things which I think uh, would be expected to come from all of you.
Yeah. And I will also add means we need your well wishes. Yes, we need your blogs, writings. We also want you please do networking so that means our team members should increase, the contribution should increase, and please promote us. So this is already Umar talk about. So the last question which I have received, and then so the okay, so the question is, what is your role in PRISA? So my role is like I'm a moderator, just like I'm doing, and means I will be more focused on academia side, like uh, means making the networking with the writers and kind of, I mean, the help them to write the blog. I will encourage them, and the more writing stuff and academia related stuff I will do, and with the supervision of Dr. Shafiq, who is also here joining the session. So my job would be more, and Umar would be like the chairman of you can say the advisory committee, and we will also keep getting his opinion. So we have board of directors, so they will look after the management related things, and Umar would be like playing in terms of the advisory committee, kind of the leading role. Okay, and I think that that's enough what I will do, but a more role is like we can say Dr. Zishan is our inter creator. Okay, the one comment I have received. So thank you very much, Huri. So now, if you have any other question, and after those questions, I will give means a few minutes to Huri. Huri wants to speak about PRISA and like the PRISA chapter in South Asia. And after that, we will formally end the session, and Huri will also thank you formally and closing the session as well. So before Huri start talking, if you have any question, please ask. Yes, yeah, Huri, you can please.
Hello, everyone. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
We can
Yeah,
hear you.
yeah, okay, good. I'm sorry because of the noise around me. I'm not in a secure place. I'm out. It's nice to be among you lovely people, and it's nice to have this group. Thank you for all of your contributions, and thank you for all the speeches. It was really informative. I just wanted to highlight this fact. We are all a part of this community, and no matter if we are in our own host, new like UK country, or we are in back home, there are some issues that is highlighted to the fact that we want this communication works better. That if we just imagine as A from back home, wherever it is, and the B as UK, there is always in communication two sides. From where we start to where we end, it's about how you want to connect yourself and what is the issues that you went through. See, if you put yourself in the place of the person who just started to communicating, what is it there that it can be solved? And if it was there, it would be much better communication. If you think about this, we can solve the rest of the steps step by step together. Am I clear? Or did I
Yes,
make it
yes, yeah.
more complicated? You know,
No, 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 no,
what I
no.
mean is like because it has a cultural background, it has the language. It's not always languages that we are speaking, but it's the different media that we're using. It depends which aspects we're looking at. So whatever your specialties is, it will be helpful. Don't think like, oh, this is simple. What is it? Oh, that's no, I'm not good enough. No, exactly that moment that you think, oh, I wish when I had this problem, there was someone to help me. That's exactly where we come in. So please do share and take action. I look forward to it. And I'm here to take any questions. Anyone? Oh, this is really nice that you're all quiet. So next time, you know what we can do? We can just record our session, just three of us, and send it to you guys. Yes, I was expecting more from you guys. Come on, just share something like we did understand you, no, we didn't. I don't know. I want to hear from you guys as well. Iranians, please jump in. No one? Seriously?
Yeah, so it means it might be well communicated or badly communicated.
Thought you
But
were going
I
to
hope
me
it's well
only. Thank you very much.
communicated.
Now, maybe if they're just shy, they're not as bold as we are. Maybe that's just a little
Yeah,
bit too much to
and it's
push.
yeah, and it's also
Yeah,
our first event, so it's kind of, you
yeah.
know, yeah, with the passage of time, we will be more contributing, I hope.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So we got feedback, a little small one. But yeah, no, I
Yeah,
want more. Okay. I'm not going to be quiet this time. Okay.
exactly.
Thank you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for your time. I'm sorry for the misleadings. It happened with the timing. Dear Nadia, I think, mentioned she didn't know the timing was 11:30 UK time. Next time we will bear in mind. I hope you have an
Perfect.
amazing day. And if there is anything that we can help with, do reach out. Don't hesitate.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Bye bye for now.
Bye bye for now. And
Thank you,
thanks,
Hori.
Suri.
Thank you.
Okay, great. And thanks everyone joining. So now I formally end the session.